We're riding through the highlands of Ecuador, and that also means driving through the clouds. This is a relatively clear section, but yeah, every once in a while you can't see a damn thing. That's why I stopped riding last night, because it was dark and foggy. Just not a good idea. One moment you're driving like this, and then you see this, where the clouds are moving towards the road. I've been driving through these clouds most of the time. So we're just in 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞, and I ran into these gentlemen. Moto Club de?
Hi, motorcycle, old-timers.
Old-timers, perfect. The old-timers of Ecuador. That is awesome.
Welcome.
Thank
Always
you.
welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen. Bon viaje a ti y mucho gusto.
The same
Para
to you.
todo. So you gotta love that. Cuenca, which is where I'm going, 10 kilometers ago was only 62 kilometers. And now it's 70. And yeah, that happens a lot here. We need to get some calculation, mathematics lessons with whoever is responsible for this. So we're on our way to BMW once again. I have a bit of a rattle coming from my engine when I'm in higher revs and under a lot of pressure in 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th gear. So we're gonna check that out before we cross into Peru. Hopefully it's an easy fix. So I'm here in Cuenca with Cristobal of Motorbiking Motos.
Yes.
Yes. So like every place seems to have one place that where guys work on big adventure bikes, as you can see right over here. And it looks like the problem that I have with the bike is just a combination, right, of bad gas and high altitude.
High altitude.
Yeah. Because what does that do?
The combustion is not perfect. You have a problem with the combustion.
Yeah.
That's I think so. Maybe I'm sure.
Yeah. So we
you need to increase the octane.
And that's what we're gonna do with these guys. Just put a bit more octane in the fuel, and hopefully that will.
You need to tell me.
Yes.
What about the problem?
No, I will. Absolutely. Definitely gonna try that.
Please,
out.
because sometimes coming again, people having same problem,
yeah.
and I can.
No, then you can. No, exactly, right? Exactly. Well, I'll keep you posted. But thank you very much for your help, Cristobal.
Thank you for coming,
and
man.
mucho gusto.
Enjoy your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye.
And here's the shop outside. Motorbiking Motors. Bikes everywhere, and a beautiful shop as well. That's where the bike is parked. Here is a very cool Mercedes, apparently. That seems to belong to Erica and Wilson. So cool. And here's my hotel for the day. And hills, as we can see. Just gonna get some breakfast and get recharged for the day. Oh. Right in the middle of the nature here. As we can see over here. Here we have a bunch of geese. This is the garden. It's time for breakfast. Buenas.
Buenas.
Quiero estar solo y dejar que el silencio se ocupe de mí.
There's the bike. And here's my walk to my room. It's an oasis of green here. Right up there is my room. Today we are high up in the Andes in Ecuador and on our way to Peru. So hopefully that's what's going to happen today. It's interesting. I had some challenges with my bike with a bit of a rattle, and it sounds like that is simply because of two things. One, bad fuel around here, and number two, the sheer altitude, because a big portion of Ecuador is at almost 3 kilometers elevation. So that's very high, so there's a lot less oxygen in the air, obviously having an effect on the bike. But with some octane additives, it looks like it's a little bit better, so we're just gonna keep an eye on it and continue on. By the way, you can see the road here, and then it goes all the way up straight ahead, then it comes down right across and goes way around over there. So that's the road that we're going to be taking through this pass. Once again, we're in a palm tree forest, but these are a little different than the ones in Guatemala. This is in Ecuador, and this is what they look like here. We're just off the side of the road. This way, the road is right over there, and it seems like there's some sort of processing station here, but there's nobody there, so I thought I'd take advantage of it and check this out. You can see, by the way, as well, see, those are bananas. Let's see if I can zoom in a bit. Bananas packed up, presumably against other insects. So basically this is a banana plantation with all these palm trees slash banana trees. Here, we're not supposed to go there, so we won't. Just have a quick look what they do, but this is where they process this stuff, I suppose. Clean them, and hang them to dry, perhaps. Perhaps this is for people like me that are not supposed to walk here, and they just hang them for crossing the prohibited sign. Anyway, we'll get back on the bike again, and on to Peru. So as you might be able to see on that little sign over there, I am in Peru, but I haven't received any stamps yet to exit Ecuador or to enter Peru. So I think this might all be happening at the same place here. So we're gonna enter into this blue building. There is the Peruvian flag. That's the building that we're gonna go into. And every border is different. They are not particularly efficient at showing what's required. So I just ask people, and somehow so far everything goes well. So hopefully we'll get into this country as well. Well, so far this is going pretty smoothly. It took about 15 minutes to get stamped in and out of Ecuador and Peru. This little stand, this kiosk behind me is where I have to get my 𝐥𝐤𝐬, which is my bike insurance while I'm in Peru, which is mandatory here once again. A bunch of countries it's not required at all, so it's up to you if you want to get insurance or not. And sometimes it's hard to find. Some countries just don't care. Anyway, we have to go into the aduana, which is this building here. You see the sign on over my right shoulder, and that's importing the bike, and then off we go. So we're in good shape. We're all cleared into Peru. The only thing I didn't do is stop on the Ecuadorian side to cancel my temporary import permit. So I'm all good on this side in Peru. Now I just have to circle back again to Ecuador and then come back, and then I'm legal here too. In Dutch we say dat je van het kastje naar de muur gestuurd wordt. Well, that's what's happening here. They keep sending me to different doors and stuff like that. And so yeah, I do find the blue building to cancel my thingy for Ecuador. Now they just send me outside to take a photo of the bike here for their, I don't know, something. So let's do that. Bike is here, so I think I can do that. Well, that was surprisingly quick, actually. I went to Peru first, got the paperwork done there, but I should have checked out my bike here as well in Ecuador, so I just had to come back. But all in all, it took an hour and a half, a little bit less even. So this might be one of the most efficient borders that I've crossed so far from Ecuador into Peru. So off we go. I saw this at the Ecuadorian border, so of course I had to compromise it as well. Told you I was going to be on the beach. There's the bike, and there's my beach. So this is day one in Peru. I stayed up there, and as you can see, it's pretty close to the beach. Let's have a look. Here's the bike parked in the shade on a pad. And this is how far we are from the beach. Pretty nice, and the water is delicious. A lot of rocks on that side and boats. That's the north side, and that's the south side, and that is where we're going to ride. I gotta watch it out and just enjoy that sunset. Having dinner in Peru, day number 1. Looks pretty good. Chicken, meat, fries, and salad. So come on, let's get back on the bike. Oh, watch out, umbrella in my way. Let's go. It is dusty and dry in Peru so far, although the ocean is in the background there, so check out this view over here. This is definitely what happens sometimes when you try to find a good spot to take a photo and then this happens. There's the bike, so just gotta pick it up, take some photos and continue. So sometimes you make bad decisions. You look for a good spot to park for a photo, and then the sand is a little bit deeper than you think. So I picked up the bike because it just fell over, but now it's stuck. So might need some help to get it out. So easy to get the bike right out of there, but it's harder where you think when it's the tire was probably like 20 centimeters deep, just locked in and keeping itself keep digging itself deeper, but it's worth it. And now the bike is there, ready to go again. I just have to get the bag on top of it again and off we go. So one thing is great, guys, that finally I managed to fuel up in Peru. I got the right octane 95 here, and all of a sudden the bike is running like a charm again. So yeah, just the fuel in Ecuador was really bad in combination with very high altitude, but we're done with that. Now we're just dealing with the dust of Peru.